The third and final game of the series coming at you here on the SEC Network. We welcome you to Athens, Georgia, Jack Turner Stadium, where it's not often a team can go on the road in the SEC and get a sweep, but number 3 LSU aiming to do that here this afternoon against the number 15 Georgia Bulldogs. We welcome you high atop Jack Turner Stadium here to open Sunday softball in the SEC. Caleb Frady, Mary Wilson-Avon. Interesting weekend between these two. We've seen them the series. 3 for 8 on the weekend here for Coffee. She was 0 for yesterday. Ground ball to second. And a 4-3 put out there at first base will retire Coffee. Going for the sweep here this afternoon. Georgia's had opportunities in this series as the 2-1 is grounded too short. And over for the out in time, 2 away. Georgia, fought back. That was a tie game. 3-2, that one's in the dirt. And with 2 outs, Bacheron will walk. And that will bring up Tori Edwards. Georgia allowed walks. And that'll be back-to-back walks here with 2 out. And we talked about this a couple of times here this weekend. You as a former pitcher.
That stinger.
Yeah, she took a piece of that one. Back up the middle, stopped, and the underhand to second, and a nice play defensively there as Paisley Allen for yesterday for Ellison in that leadoff spot. Here's a slow roller to third. And a good stretch by Edwards at first for the out.
Thought there was a chance of Ellison.
3 walks yesterday. Well hit, but right to Daniel at second base, and that'll be the second out.
Managers' offices, locker rooms, and everything. That also all got redone. It's all very state-of-the-art, very impressive.
Ground ball. Hodge gets it over there to Edwards. Things off. Into right field, and that was going to drop in front of Gordon for a base hit. And Leno aboard here with nobody out.
We don't always see.
Ground ball. Ellison will step on the bag, and that'll take care of Daniel, who had a career-high 3 RBIs yesterday. She will take a free base here on a 3-2 full count. Hodge, a transfer from Oklahoma. Called strike 3. And the first strikeout of on the ball some strikes yesterday. He's over at third base. Destiny Robinson will work first. Here's a ground ball. Ellison will take it and step on the bag. And that'll do it for the Tigers' half of the second.
Mistake because of that.
Called strike 3 on. Caught that thing and held.
Very solidly.
0-1 is popped up. Tailing back.
Wiped down the surface beforehand, and there's already a film over it.
Out of control. Called strike 3. That is the second in the inning for Sydney Berzon. South Carolina in non-conference action as well. It's a top 12 non-conference matchup as this one's lined to Allen for the out against Texas Tech. That one will go high and pop out of the glove there briefly. Marissa Miller. 4 walks on the game here so far for Rolling. This one sent to right field. And runners will be at first and second with 1 out. And they've got 2 aboard here with 1 out. That one getting out of the glove. Everyone's going to advance 60 feet. And a pretty strong LSU right back up the middle. Rolling knocks it down. That's going to score a run, and there won't be anyone able to make a play right there. And she swatted that thing. That thing was hard hit.
Yeah, that was really hard hit. I think I've said it before, but like that's almost a defense mechanism to get that glove up. And there's not much you could do after that with how soft it was rolling.
An infield single and the RBI. Here's a bouncer to Ellison, who looks the runner down at second. She'll step on the bag for the sure out.
Yeah, her looking that runner down at third.
Crowd getting into it here. Back up the middle. That one drops for a base hit. One run's going to score. Stop sign is thrown for Rudity at third base. She'll stop there. And the Tigers score the second run of the inning. It's 2-0 LSU. On the RBI by Sierra Daniel.
It was a beautiful job by Daniel right here to just rip one up the middle. And Goodnight's able to come up with that ball.
Well, Friday night. Pop to right field. This one tailing back. Gordon on the warning track will pull it in. But the Tigers draw first blood here in the third inning and put up a 2-spot. And we had this one over the head of the second baseman, Daniel, and into right center field for Georgia's first base runner of the game. Off the plate, that one will just die in front of the catcher, Bajaron, and nope, move those runners. Square to bunt, right back to the pitcher. And that'll be a sacrifice, but both runners in scoring position now. Back up the middle. Hodge couldn't make a play. Digby comes across and scores. Georgia's got its first run of the afternoon.
This is what I was mentioning earlier, just doing a job, not making the moment bigger than it is. Great job right here by Ellison to get a base hit up the middle, allowing her runner to score from third. Allen was held up at waiting for her pitch, fouling off those pitches that aren't quite for her.
Patient at bat there for Davis, and the bases will be loaded. High bouncer up the middle, and we have got a tied game. Home Jack Turner Stadium crowd.
Good stuff right here. You mentioned Georgia passing the bat to get some base hits up the middle. Such a good location for them to be hitting the ball and allowing those runs to score. Not much that the defense can.
Popped up, giving run, and that went into no man's land. And Georgia's got its first lead of the afternoon on a bloop single to right field.
That was an example of Georgia taking advantage of a miscue by LSU. Definitely a communication issue right there. You have second baseman Daniel going back really hard right there, and Rudity didn't in that scenario. And she would have gotten a double play.
Miller takes a big cut there and misses for the strikeout. Popped up, this one to left field, that ball's gone! Freshman Mua Williams, her third of the season. Clean them off in Athens.
So impressive by Mua Williams. As soon as that hit the bat, you knew that was gone. And man, was that a hard hit ball, not even close to being in the park. And that excitement from the Georgia squads. But I think there is a point where, well, she gets a strikeout to end the inning.
Gets the strikeout to end the inning, but massive damage done here for Georgia. Popped up. What a catch! Sarah Gordon into foul territory.
What an awesome catch by Sarah Gordon. That is absolutely the time to do it. When you have nobody on, no outs, you can really go all out and try to make that play. And she does. She gets there, she holds it in her glove, and she was fired up after.
Danica Coffey, as we'll go up to the top of the order. This will be the third time through for LSU. This one's sent opposite field. Here's Goodwin watching it in, 2 away. Well hit to right field. Gordon sizes that one up. And Randy Rolling has her first 1-2-3 inning of the day. We head to the bottom of the 4th.
Contributing in that one inning to get those 7 runs.
This one to left center. And Lassiter and Leno, second time up for her. And that went into left for a base hit. A 1-out single for Dallas. Up the middle underneath the glove of Daniel. And Ellison with the count now.
Another patient at bat for Lindy Ray Davis right there to get on.
3-1, this one to left field. This one is off the wall. It bounces in front of Leno, getting chased down from behind there. Was Dallas Goodnight. Tyler Ellison hot on her heels coming across home plate.
Now, when you saw that off the bat of Goodwin, we thought we might be seeing another grand slam in this game, but just shy of.
And that one goes outside. The bases will be loaded once again as Gordon walks on the 3-1.
This is a loaded situation this weekend.
Ton. Ground ball. The play is at home, and that one is behind Davis. She'll slide in safely. Trying to get in underneath is Goodwin. She'll be tagged out at home. The throw goes into the outfield, and coming on across and scoring is Gordon.
We'll see this replay. Not a super hard hit right here. Making the choice to go home. A miscue right there within that throw. Look, Davis trying to get out of the way and then Bacheron launching it into the outfield.
A liner to first. And that'll do it. Keep on the road in the SEC, which is hard to do, as the 2-1 is sent to right field. That one's going to sit and find the wall. Turning is Bacheron. Bacheron will slide into second with a double and a good. Randy Rolling has not had her best stuff, as this one is popped up. Digby will make the catch for the out. But you've held this LSU offense to 2 runs. Runner at second. Ground ball to first, 2 away. Eastman. This one into right field. Tigers will score the run. And that'll make it an 8-run lead here for Georgia. And it's 11-3. Back up the middle, and that one straight to Randy Rolling, and that does it.
She's had several hit right back at her that she hasn't quite gotten her glove on. So it's got to feel good to end this big win, getting your glove on that and catching it right there.
A record crowd watched a good one here this afternoon as Georgia defeats LSU 11-3 to pick up its first win of the weekend here in the series. Appreciate our entire crew bringing you the sights and sounds here from Athens this weekend. Appreciate you joining us along for the ride for another weekend of SEC softball. For our entire SEC Network crew and Mary Wilson, Caleb Frady, so long from Athens.